Good morning, girlies. Good morning, mummy. Hey, I'm just going to read to you Genesis chapter 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 this morning. And Bella's with me.
Hey.
All right. Genesis chapter 6. When God began to move, when human beings began to increase in number on the earth and the daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of human were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. Then God said, "My spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortal. Their days will be 120 years." The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterwards. And when the sons of God went to the daughters of human and had children with them, they were heroes of old and men of renown. The Lord saw how great the wickedness of the human race had become on the earth, and that every inclination of the thought of the human heart was only evil all the time. The Lord regretted that he had made human beings on the earth, and his heart was deeply troubled. So the Lord said, "I will wipe from the face of the earth the human race I have created, and with them the animals and the birds, the creatures that move along the ground, for I regret that I have made them." But Noah found favor in the Lord's eye. This is the account of Noah and his family. Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked faithfully with God. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now the earth was corrupt in God's eyes, and was full of violence. God saw how corrupt the earth had become, and all the people on the earth had corrupted their ways. So God said to Noah, "I'm going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. I am surely going to destroy both them and the earth. So make yourself an ark out of cypress wood." Make room in it, Stella.
We need get some other input.
Yeah, I'll get you some tonight, today, okay? And you can drop them off tomorrow at school.
Okay, wait. So, Dad, can you copy this for other people? Copy it.
Yeah, it's fine.
From the sheet, I can get another sheet and copy it.
If you would like to, yeah. Make rooms in it and coat it with pitch inside and out. This is how you are to build it. The ark is to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. Make a roof for it, leaving below the roof an opening 1 cubit high all around. Put a door on the side of the ark and make a lower, middle, and upper decks. I am going to bring flood waters in the earth to destroy all life under the heavens, every creature that has breath of life in it. Everything on earth will perish, but I will establish my covenant with you, and you will enter the ark, you and your sons and your wives and your sons' wives with you. You are to bring into the ark 2 of all living creatures, male and female, to keep them alive with you. 2 of every kind of bird, every kind of animal, and every kind of creature that moves along the ground will come with you to be kept alive. You are to take every kind of food that is to be eaten, store it away as food for you and for them. Noah did everything just as God had commanded him. The Lord said to Noah, "Go into the ark, you and all your whole family, because I have found you righteous in this generation. Take with you 7 pairs of every kind of clean animal, a male and its mate, and 1 pair of every kind of unclean animal, male and its mate, and also 7 pairs of every kind of bird, male and female, to keep their various kinds alive throughout the earth. 7 days from now I will send rain on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. I will wipe from the face of the earth every living creature that I have made." And Noah did as the Lord had commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the flood waters came on the earth, and Noah and his sons and his wives entered the ark to escape the waters of the flood. Pairs of clean and unclean animals and birds of all creatures that moved along the ground, male and female, came to Noah and entered the ark as God had commanded Noah. And after the 7 days, the flood waters came on the earth. In the 600 years of Noah's life, on the 7th day, on the 7th month, on that day, all the springs of the great deep burst forth, and the floodgates of the heavens were opened, and rain fell on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. On that very day, Noah and his sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, together with his wives and the wives of his sons, entered the ark. They had with them every kind of wild creature according to its kind. What are you doing, Bella? On that day, Noah and his sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, came together with his wives and the wives of his sons and entered the ark. They had with them every wild creature according to its kind, and all livestock according to their kinds, every creature that moves along the ground according to its kind, and every bird according to its kind. Everything with wings, pairs of all creatures that had breath of life that came to Noah and entered the ark. The animals going in were male and female, and every living thing, as God had commanded Noah. Then the Lord shut them in. For 40 days and 40 nights, the flood kept rising on the earth. As the waters increased, they lifted the ark high above the earth. The waters rose and increased greatly on the earth, and the ark floated on the surface of the water. They rose greatly on the earth, and all the high water mountains under the earth's heavens were covered. The waters rose and covered the mountains to a depth more than 15 cubits, which it says is about 6 to 8 meters. Every living thing that moved on the earth perished. Birds, livestock, wild animals, all the creatures that swam over the earth, and all mankind. Everything on the dry land that had breath of life in its nostrils died. Every living thing on the face of the earth was wiped out. Animals and birds, and people and animals, the creatures that moved along the ground, and the birds that were wiped from the earth. Only Noah was left, and those with him in the ark. The waters flooded the earth for 150 days. But God remembered Noah and all the wild animals and the livestock that were with him in the ark. And he sent a wind over the earth, and the waters receded. Now the springs of the deep and the water gates of heaven were closed, and the rain had finally stopped falling from the sky. The water receded steadily from the earth. At the end of the 150 days, the water had gone down, and on the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. The water continued to recede until the 10th month, and on the first day of the 10th month, the tops of the mountains became visible. After 40 days, Noah opened the window he had made in the ark and sent out a raven. It kept flying to and fro until the water had dried up from the earth. Then he sent out a dove to see if the water would recede from the surface of the ground. But the dove could find nowhere to perch, because there was water over all the surface of the earth. So it returned to Noah in the ark. And he reached out his hand and took the dove and brought it back to himself in the ark. And he waited 7 more days and again sent out the dove from the ark. When the dove returned to him in the evening, and in its beak had fresh plucked olive leaf, Noah knew that the water had receded from the earth. He waited 7 more days and sent the dove out again, but this time it did not return to him. For by the first day of the first month of Noah's 601st year, the water had dried up from the earth. And Noah then removed the covering from the ark and saw that the surface of the ground was dry. By the 27th day of the second month of the earth was completely dry. And then God said to Noah, "Come out of the ark, you and your wife, your sons and your wives, and their wives, and bring out every living creature that is with you, the birds, the animals, and all the creatures that move along the ground, so they can multiply on the earth and be fruitful and increase in number on it." So Noah came out together with his sons and his wives and his sons' wives, and all the animals and all the creatures that moved along the ground, and all the birds. Everything that moved on the ground came out of the ark, and one kind after another. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and taking some of all the clean animals and clean birds, he sacrificed burnt offerings on it. The Lord smelled the pleasing aroma and said in his heart, "Never again will I curse the ground because of humans." And even though every inclination of the human's heart is evil from childbirth, and never again will I destroy all living creatures as I have done. As long as the earth endures, seed time and harvest, cold and winter, summer and winter, day and night will cease. Then God blessed Noah and his sons, saying to them, "Be fruitful and increase on the earth, and fill the earth. For the fear and the dread of you will fall on all the beasts of the earth, and on all the birds in the sky, and on every creature that moves on the ground, on all of the fish of the sea. They have given into your hands. Everything that lives and moves about will be food for you. Just as I gave you the green plants, I now give you everything. But you must not eat the meat that has lifeblood still in it, and for your lifeblood, I will surely demand an accounting. I will demand an account for every animal, and for every human being too. I will demand an account for the life of another human being. Whoever sheds human blood, by humans shall their blood be shed. For in the image of God has God made mankind. As for you, be fruitful, increase in number, multiply on the earth, and increase upon it. Then God said to Noah and his sons with him, Now establish my covenant with you and with your descendants after, with every living creature that is with you, the birds and the livestock and all the wild animals, and all that came out of the ark with you, every living creature on the earth. I establish my covenant with you. Never again will all life be destroyed by the waters of a flood. Never again will there be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, This is my covenant I am making between me and you and every living creature with you, a covenant for all generations to come. I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. Whenever I bring clouds over the earth, the rainbow appears in the clouds. I remember my covenant between me and you, and all living creatures of every kind. Never again will the waters become a flood to destroy all life. Whenever the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will see it. Remember the everlasting covenant between God and all living creatures and every kind of animal on the earth. So God said to Noah, This is the sign of the covenant I have established between me and all life on earth. The sons of Noah came out of the ark with Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the father of Canaan. These were the 3 sons of Noah, and from there came the people who were scattered over the whole earth. Noah, a man of soil, proceeded to plant a vineyard. When he drank some wine, he became drunk and lay uncovered inside his tent. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father naked and told his 2 brothers outside. But Shem, Ham, and Japheth took a garment, laid it across their shoulders, and then they walked in backwards and covered their father's naked body. Their faces were turned the other way, so they would not see their father naked. When Noah woke from his wine and found out what his youngest had done, he said, Cursed be Canaan, the lowest of slaves, and will be his brothers. He also said, Praised be the Lord, the God of Shem. May Canaan be a slave to Shem. May God extend Japheth's territory. May Japheth live in the tents of Shem. And may Canaan be a slave to Japheth. And after the flood, Noah lived 350 years. Noah lived a total of 950 years when he died. And that'll do it for today. Love you all. Bye for now.